Imagine a sleeping giant inside you, a powerful force just waiting to awaken. This isn't some fantasy story. It's the reality of Kundalini energy. You might have heard whispers about it, or maybe you're feeling strange things happening in your body and mind. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Kundalini awakening symptoms. Buckle up, because this journey might just change how you see yourself and the world around you. Now, you might be thinking, why should I care about this Kundalini stuff? Well, here's the thing. If Kundalini starts waking up in you and you don't know what's happening, it can be pretty scary. You might feel like you're losing your mind or that something's wrong with your body. But here's the good news. If you know what to look for, this whole process can be amazing. It's like upgrading your whole being, body, mind, and soul. Think about it like this. Imagine you suddenly got superpowers, but no one told you how to use them. You'd probably freak out, right? That's what Kundalini awakening can feel like if you're not prepared. But with the right knowledge, it's like having a guidebook for your own personal superhero journey. And trust me, it's a journey worth taking. Let's break down what Kundalini actually is. Picture a coiled snake sleeping at the base of your spine. That's how ancient yogis described Kundalini energy. But don't worry, we're not talking about actual snakes here. It's just a way to help us understand this powerful force within us. Kundalini is like your body's own special energy. Usually, it's quiet, just hanging out at the bottom of your spine. But when it wakes up, it starts moving up through your body. As it moves, it touches different energy centers, kind of like pressing buttons that turn on different parts of you. Now, why does this matter for your spiritual growth? Well, as Kundalini rises, it's like it's cleaning house in your body and mind. It might bring up old feelings or memories, or make you see the world in a whole new way. Some people say it's like taking off a pair of dirty glasses and suddenly seeing everything clearly for the first time. This energy isn't just about feeling good or having weird experiences. It's about transformation. Imagine you're a caterpillar, and Kundalini is the process that turns you into a butterfly. It might not always be comfortable, but the end result can be beautiful. Kundalini awakening can happen in different ways for different people. For some, it's a slow, gentle process that takes years. For others, it can be sudden and intense. There's no right or wrong way for it to happen. Your journey is unique to you. One important thing to remember is that Kundalini awakening is a natural process. It's not something weird or supernatural. It's a part of who we are as humans, even if we don't always know it's there. Think of it like puberty for your spirit. It's a normal part of growing and changing, just on a deeper level. As we go through the symptoms of Kundalini awakening, keep in mind that you might not experience all of them, and that's okay. Everyone's path is different. The key is to stay open, curious, and gentle with yourself as you go through this process. Now you might be wondering, how do I know if my Kundalini is awakening? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore next. There are physical signs, emotional changes, and shifts in how you think and see the world. By the end of this, you'll have a good idea of what to look out for. Remember, Kundalini awakening isn't about becoming a perfect, enlightened being overnight. It's a process of growth and discovery. It's about becoming more fully yourself, understanding your place in the world, and tapping into the incredible potential that's been inside you all along. So, are you ready to dive deeper into the signs and symptoms of Kundalini Awakening. Let's start with what you might feel in your body. These physical symptoms can be some of the clearest signs that something big is happening inside you. When Kundalini starts to stir, your body is often the first to know. It's like your physical self is saying, "Hey, pay attention. Something important is happening here." Let's talk about some of the most common physical signs you might experience. First up, you might feel a tingling sensation, especially along your spine. This can range from a gentle buzzing to a more intense pins and needles feeling. Some people describe it as electricity moving through their body. Don't worry, it's not dangerous, just unusual. Heat is another big one. You might suddenly feel very warm, especially in your back or at the base of your spine. Some people even feel like there's a ball of heat moving up their spine. This warmth can spread throughout your whole body, making you feel like you're running a fever, even when you're not sick. Spontaneous body movements are another interesting symptom. Your body might start moving on its own. Your hands might shake. Your legs might twitch, or you might feel a sudden urge to stretch or make yoga-like poses. Some people even experience more intense movements, like their whole body shaking or making strange positions. It can feel weird, but it's just your body releasing energy and tension. You might also notice changes in your energy levels. Some days you might feel super energized, like you could run a marathon without breaking a sweat. Other days, you might feel totally wiped out, needing way more sleep than usual. These energy swings are normal as your body adjusts to the new energy flowing through it. Changes in your sleep patterns are common too. You might find yourself waking up at odd hours, especially around 3 or 4 in the morning. Some people report needing less sleep overall, while others go through periods of sleeping much more than usual. Your eating habits might change as well. You might suddenly crave healthier foods or feel the need to eat less. Some people find they can't tolerate certain foods anymore, especially heavy or processed foods. Listen to your body. It knows what it needs during this time. Pressure or headaches, especially around your forehead or the top of your head, can happen too. This is often related to changes in the energy centers in these areas. These headaches usually aren't like normal ones and might come with a feeling of expansion or opening. You might experience strange sensations in your body, like feeling energy moving through you, hearing internal sounds, like buzzing or ringing, or even seeing lights or colors when your eyes are closed. These experiences can be surprising but are generally harmless. Some people report feeling like their body is changing shape or size. You might feel very tall one moment and then very small the next. This is related to shifts in your energy field and how you perceive yourself. Lastly, you might notice changes in your sexual energy. Some people experience an increase in sexual feelings, while others might go through periods of decreased interest in sex. This is because Kundalini energy is closely tied to our creative and sexual energy. Remember, you might not experience all of these symptoms, and they can come and go. The key is to pay attention to your body and not freak out if you notice these changes. Your body is smart. It's doing what it needs to do to adjust to this new energy. If any of these physical symptoms become too intense or uncomfortable, it's okay to seek help. Talking to someone who understands Kundalini Awakening can be really helpful. And of course, if you're worried about your health, it's always a good idea to check with a doctor. As we move forward, keep in mind that Kundalini Awakening isn't just about physical changes. It affects every part of you. including your emotions and your mind. Let's explore these areas next, starting with the emotional roller coaster that often comes with this process. When Kundalini energy starts to move, it doesn't just affect your body, it stirs up your emotions too. Imagine shaking up a snow globe. That's kind of what happens to your emotional world during this process. Let's dive into the emotional symptoms you might experience during Kundalini Awakening. First off, get ready for some mood swings. You might feel on top of the world one moment and down in the dumps the next. It's like your emotions are doing a dance, and sometimes it's hard to keep up. This can be confusing, especially if you're usually pretty even-keeled. Don't worry. This roller coaster is normal and usually settles down as you adjust to the new energy. You might also experience intense emotions that seem to come out of nowhere. Suddenly you might find yourself crying over a TV commercial or feeling angry about something that wouldn't usually bother you. These intense feelings aren't random. Often, they're old emotions that have been buried deep inside, coming up to be released. It's like your emotional self is doing a big spring cleaning. On the flip side, you might have moments of incredible joy and bliss. Some people describe feeling a deep sense of love for everything around them, or a feeling of connection to the whole universe. These moments can be amazing, but they can also be overwhelming if you're not used to such intense, positive feelings. Another common experience is feeling more sensitive. You might find that you're picking up on other people's emotions more easily, or that you're more affected by the energy of places and crowds. This increased sensitivity can be both a blessing and a challenge. It can help you understand others better, but it can also be overwhelming if you don't know how to handle it. Fear and anxiety might pop up too, especially if you don't understand what's happening to you. You might worry that you're going crazy or that something is wrong with you. This fear is normal, but remember, what you're going through is a natural process, even if it feels strange. Some people experience a kind of emotional purging. Old traumas or unresolved issues might surface. This can be tough to deal with, but it's actually a good thing. Kundalini energy is helping you clear out old emotional baggage so you can move forward lighter and freer. You might also notice changes in your relationships. You might feel drawn to spend more time alone, or you might suddenly see some of your relationships in a new light. Some friendships might fade away, while new ones that support your growth might appear. A sense of detachment is another common symptom. You might feel like you're watching your life from the outside, or like the things that used to bother you don't matter as much anymore. This detachment can be confusing, but it's often a sign that you're gaining a broader perspective on life. Many people report feeling a deep sense of peace or calm, even in the middle of all these emotional changes. It's like there's a part of you that knows everything is okay, even when your emotions are all over the place. Lastly, you might experience a profound sense of gratitude. You might find yourself feeling thankful for things you used to take for granted, or feeling a deep appreciation for the beauty of life. Remember, these emotional changes are part of the process. They're helping you clear out old patterns and open up to new ways of being. It's okay to feel overwhelmed sometimes. Be gentle with yourself and remember that these intense emotions usually balance out over time. If you're struggling with these emotional changes, don't hesitate to reach out for support. Talking to a therapist who understands spiritual experiences or connecting with others going through similar things can be really helpful. As we move on to the mental symptoms of Kundalini Awakening, keep in mind that all these changes, physical, emotional, and mental, are connected. They're all part of your whole being, transforming and growing. As Kundalini energy rises, it doesn't just affect your body and emotions, it shakes up your mind too. The way you think, what you believe, and how you see the world can all change. Let's explore some of the mental shifts you might experience during Kundalini Awakening. One of the first things you might notice is that your mind feels different. Some people describe it as feeling more spacious or clear. It's like the constant chatter in your head quiets down and you can think more clearly. This can be really nice, especially if you're used to having a busy mind all the time. You might also find that your intuition gets stronger. Suddenly, you just know things without knowing how you know them. You might get hunches that turn out to be right, or have a strong feeling about what you should do in a situation. It's like you've tapped into a deeper wisdom inside yourself. Many people report having vivid dreams or visions. Your dreams might become more intense or meaningful. You might remember them more clearly when you wake up. Some people even have visions while they're awake, seeing colors, symbols, or scenes that others can't see. This can be surprising, but it's often your mind's way of processing the new energy and insights you're experiencing. Your perception of reality might shift too. Things that used to seem solid and unchanging might start to feel more fluid. You might have moments where the world looks different. Colors might seem brighter, or you might notice details you never saw before. Some people describe feeling like they're seeing the world for the first time. Time might start to feel different. You might have moments where time seems to slow down or speed up. Some people report feeling like they're living in the present moment more, instead of always thinking about the past or future. You might start questioning things you used to believe without a second thought. Old beliefs about yourself, life, or the world might suddenly not make sense anymore. This can be unsettling, but it's also an opportunity to find new, more authentic beliefs that fit who you're becoming. Many people experience an increased thirst for knowledge, especially about spiritual or philosophical topics. You might find yourself drawn to books, videos, or teachers that you wouldn't have been interested in before. It's like your mind is hungry for new information to help you understand your experiences. Synchronicities, meaningful coincidences, might start showing up more in your life. You might think of someone and then they call, or you keep seeing the same number everywhere. These synchronicities often feel significant, like the universe is trying to tell you something. Some people report experiencing moments of profound insight or understanding. It's like suddenly seeing how everything is connected, or understanding a deep truth about life. These aha moments can be life-changing. You might also notice changes in how you think about yourself. Old self-limiting beliefs might start to fall away. You might begin to see yourself as part of something bigger rather than just an isolated individual. Memory changes are common too. You might find that some old memories become very clear, while other parts of your past seem to fade away. This is often part of the process of letting go of what no longer serves you. Some people experience changes in how they process information. You might find that you're more drawn to visual or intuitive learning rather than logical step-by-step thinking. Or you might discover new abilities like being able to understand complex ideas more easily. It's also common to feel a sense of mission or purpose. You might feel called to make changes in your life or to help others in some way. This sense of purpose can be very motivating, but it can also be confusing if it's leading you in a different direction than you expected. Lastly, many people report a growing sense of inner peace or contentment. Even with all these changes happening, there's often an underlying feeling that everything is okay, that you're on the right path. Remember, these mental changes are part of your growth and expansion. They're helping you see the world in new ways and tap into parts of yourself you might not have known existed. It's okay if some of these changes feel strange or unsettling at first. Give yourself time to adjust and integrate these new experiences. If you're feeling overwhelmed by these mental shifts, it can help to ground yourself in simple, everyday activities. Spending time in nature, doing physical exercise, or practicing mindfulness can all help you stay balanced as your mind expands. As we've explored the physical, emotional, and mental symptoms of Kundalini Awakening, you might be starting to see how all-encompassing this process can be. It touches every part of who you are. In the next section, we'll look at the spiritual symptoms, the ways Kundalini Awakening can change your relationship with yourself, others, and the universe. As Kundalini energy continues to rise, you might start experiencing some pretty amazing spiritual changes. These are the kinds of experiences that can really shake up how you see yourself and the world around you. Let's dive into some of the spiritual symptoms you might encounter during your Kundalini Awakening. One of the first things you might notice is a feeling of being connected to everything. It's like suddenly realizing that you're not separate from the world, but a part of it. You might look at a tree or a stranger on the street and feel a deep sense of oneness with them. This feeling can be incredibly beautiful and can change how you interact with the world. Many people start sensing energy in a way they never did before. You might begin to feel the energy of places, objects, or people. Some describe it as seeing auras or feeling vibrations. It's like gaining a whole new sense, on top of the 5 you're used to. This can be exciting, but it can also be overwhelming at first. You might need to learn how to manage this new sensitivity. Mystical experiences are another common spiritual symptom. You might have moments where you feel like you're touching something greater than yourself. Some people describe feeling the presence of spiritual beings or having a sense of the divine. These experiences can be hard to put into words, but they often leave a lasting impact. You might also start experiencing what some call downloads of information. It's like suddenly understanding complex spiritual concepts without having studied them. Or you might receive insights about your life or the nature of reality that seem to come out of nowhere. These moments can feel like gifts of wisdom from a higher source. Many people report a deepening of their meditation or prayer practice. You might find it easier to enter deep states of consciousness or to quiet your mind. Some people spontaneously start doing yoga or other spiritual practices, even if they've never been interested in them before. A growing sense of compassion and love for all beings is another beautiful spiritual symptom. You might find yourself feeling more empathy for others, even for people you don't know or animals you see on the street. This expanded love can change how you treat others and how you see your place in the world. Some people experience what's called a dark night of the soul during their Kundalini Awakening. This is a period of deep questioning and spiritual crisis. You might feel lost or disconnected from everything you used to believe in. While this can be a difficult time, it often leads to profound growth and a deeper, more authentic spirituality. you might start experiencing synchronicities more often. These are meaningful coincidences that seem to be more than just chance. Maybe you keep seeing the same number everywhere, or you think of someone and they immediately call you. These synchronicities can feel like the universe is communicating with you directly. Many people report a shift in their understanding of death. The fear of dying might decrease, replaced by a sense that consciousness continues beyond the physical body. This doesn't mean you want to die, but rather that you see death as a transformation rather than an ending. Lastly, you might develop a strong sense of life purpose or mission. It's like suddenly understanding why you're here and what you're meant to do. This can be incredibly motivating, but it can also be challenging if it means making big changes in your life. Remember, these spiritual experiences are deeply personal. What one person experiences might be very different from what another does. There's no right or wrong way to have a spiritual awakening. The key is to stay open to your experiences and to trust your own inner guidance. While Kundalini Awakening can bring amazing experiences, it can also come with some challenges. It's important to know what these challenges might be and how to handle them. Let's talk about some common difficulties you might face and how to navigate them. One of the biggest challenges can be feeling overwhelmed. With all these new sensations, emotions, and experiences, you might feel like you're losing control. It's important to remember that this is a natural process. Try to stay grounded by doing simple, everyday activities. Spend time in nature, eat healthy foods, and get regular exercise. These can help you feel more stable as you go through these changes. Another challenge is dealing with the intensity of the experiences. The energy surges, emotional ups and downs, and vivid mental experiences can be exhausting. It's okay to take breaks. If things feel too intense, try focusing on your breath or doing a calming activity you enjoy. Remember, you don't have to be on all the time. It's okay to rest and integrate your experiences. You might also face the challenge of not being understood by others. Friends and family might not get what you're going through. This can feel isolating. Try to find a community of people who are going through similar experiences. Online forums, local spiritual groups, or Kundalini yoga classes can be good places to connect with others who understand. Physical discomfort can be another challenge. The body sensations, spontaneous movements, or energy surges might be uncomfortable or even painful at times. Be gentle with your body. Gentle yoga, stretching, or massage can help. If the discomfort is severe or persistent, don't hesitate to see a healthcare provider who understands Kundalini experiences. Emotional turbulence is common during Kundalini Awakening. You might experience intense mood swings or have old traumas resurface. This is part of the clearing process, but it can be tough to deal with. Consider working with a therapist who understands spiritual experiences. Journaling, art, or other forms of self-expression can also help you process these emotions. The mental challenges can include confusion about what's real and what's not. Your perception of reality might shift, which can be disorienting. Ground yourself in the present moment. Mindfulness practices can help you stay centered when things feel confusing. You might also face the challenge of integrating your spiritual experiences with your everyday life. It can feel like you're living in two different worlds. Try to find ways to bring your new insights and awareness into your daily activities. This might mean making changes in your lifestyle or how you relate to others. Another common challenge is the fear of going crazy. With all these unusual experiences, you might worry that something is wrong with you. Remember, what you're experiencing is a recognized spiritual process. Educate yourself about Kundalini Awakening. Knowledge can help ease fears and give you a framework for understanding your experiences. You might also face the challenge of spiritual ego. As you have profound experiences, there might be a temptation to feel superior to others. Stay humble and remember that everyone is on their own journey. Your awakening is about personal growth, not about being better than others. Lastly, you might struggle with the urge to rush the process. Kundalini awakening unfolds in its own time. Trying to force or speed up the process can lead to difficulties. Trust the journey and allow things to unfold naturally. Practice patience with yourself and the process. Remember, these challenges are part of the growth process. They're opportunities to learn, heal, and become stronger. Don't be afraid to seek help when you need it. Whether it's from a spiritual teacher, a therapist, or a supportive friend, having guidance can make a big difference in navigating these challenges. Now that we've talked about the challenges, let's focus on the amazing benefits that can come from Kundalini awakening. This process, while sometimes difficult, can bring incredible positive changes to your life. Let's explore some of the gifts that many people experience through their Kundalini journey. One of the most profound benefits is a deep sense of connection. Many people report feeling connected to something greater than themselves. This could be a sense of unity with nature, with other people, or with the universe as a whole. This connection can bring a profound sense of peace and belonging. It's like finally understanding that you're part of something much bigger than just your individual self. Another beautiful benefit is increased self-awareness. As you go through this process, you start to understand yourself on a much deeper level. You become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This awareness allows you to make conscious choices about how you want to live your life, rather than just reacting out of habit. Many people experience a significant increase in creativity. It's like tapping into a wellspring of inspiration. You might find yourself drawn to new forms of expression. Maybe you start writing, painting, or making music. Even if you've never considered yourself creative before, you might discover new talents and ways to express yourself. Improved intuition is another common benefit. You might find that you just know things without knowing how you know them. This enhanced intuition can help guide you in making decisions and navigating life's challenges. It's like having an internal compass that helps you stay on your true path. Physical healing is often reported during Kundalini awakening. As the energy moves through your body, it can help clear out old blockages and promote healing. Some people find that chronic health issues improve or even disappear. You might also naturally start gravitating towards healthier lifestyle choices. Emotional healing is another significant benefit. As old traumas and buried emotions come to the surface, you have the opportunity to process and release them. This can lead to greater emotional stability and a deeper sense of inner peace. You might find that you're able to handle life's ups and downs with more grace and equanimity. Many people experience a heightened sense of compassion and empathy. As you become more aware of your connection to others, you naturally start to care more deeply about their well-being. This increased compassion can lead to more fulfilling relationships and a desire to help make the world a better place. A sense of life purpose often emerges through Kundalini Awakening. You might gain clarity about why you're here and what you're meant to do. This sense of purpose can bring new meaning and direction to your life. It's like suddenly understanding the unique gifts you have to offer the world. Expanded consciousness is another profound benefit. You might find that your awareness expands beyond your usual perception of reality. This can lead to mystical experiences, deeper spiritual insights, and a broader understanding of life and the universe. Many people report experiencing more synchronicity in their lives. It's like the universe starts conspiring to help you on your path. You might notice more coincidences that seem meaningful, or find that the right opportunities show up at just the right time. Increased energy and vitality is another common benefit. As Kundalini energy flows more freely through your body, you might find that you have more energy for life. You might need less sleep or feel more alive and vibrant in your daily activities. Many people experience a deepening of their meditation or spiritual practice. You might find it easier to enter deep states of consciousness or to maintain a sense of presence throughout your day. This can bring a profound sense of peace and contentment to your life. Lastly, many people report a greater sense of freedom. As you let go of old limiting beliefs and patterns, you might feel freer to be your authentic self. This can lead to more genuine relationships and a life that feels more true to who you really are. Remember, everyone's experience of Kundalini awakening is unique. You might experience some or all of these benefits, and they might show up in different ways or at different times. The key is to stay open to the positive changes and to nurture them as they appear in your life. As we wrap up our exploration of Kundalini awakening symptoms, it's important to remember that this is a profound journey of transformation. While it can come with challenges, the potential benefits are truly life-changing. Whether you're just starting to experience these symptoms or you're well along your path, remember to be patient and kind with yourself. This is a process of becoming more fully who you truly are. While Kundalini awakening can bring amazing experiences, it's not always smooth sailing. Let's talk about some of the bumps you might encounter on this journey and how to handle them. Remember, these challenges are part of the growth process, and with the right approach, you can navigate them successfully. One of the biggest challenges you might face is feeling overwhelmed. With all these new sensations, emotions, and experiences flooding in, it can feel like you're losing your grip on reality. It's like suddenly being thrown into the deep end of a pool when you're just learning to swim. The key here is to take things slow. You don't have to process everything at once. Take breaks when you need to. Spend time in nature. Do simple grounding activities like gardening or cooking. These can help you feel more stable as you adjust to the changes. Another common challenge is dealing with the intensity of the experiences. The energy surges can feel like electricity running through your body. Your emotions might swing from extreme joy to deep sadness in a matter of hours. These intense experiences can be exhausting. It's okay to take time to rest and integrate. Try practices like gentle yoga or Tai Chi to help balance the energy. Remember, this isn't a race. It's okay to slow down when things feel too intense. You might also struggle with not being understood by others. Your friends and family might not get what you're going through. They might worry about you or think you're going through some kind of crisis. This can feel really isolating. Try to find a community of people who are going through similar experiences. Online forums, local spiritual groups, or Kundalini yoga classes can be great places to connect with others who understand. At the same time, be patient with your loved ones. They might not understand, but they care about you. Physical discomfort is another challenge you might face. The body sensations, spontaneous movements, or energy surges might be uncomfortable or even painful at times. Listen to your body. If you need to rest, rest. Gentle stretching or massage can help ease physical tensions. If the discomfort is severe or persistent, don't hesitate to see a healthcare provider who understands Kundalini experiences. Emotional turbulence is a big part of the Kundalini awakening process. You might find old traumas or buried emotions bubbling up to the surface. This can be really tough to deal with. It's like cleaning out a cluttered closet. Things might get messier before they get organized. Consider working with a therapist who understands spiritual experiences. They can provide support as you work through these emotions. Journaling or creative expression can also be helpful ways to process what you're feeling. The mental challenges of Kundalini awakening can be particularly tricky. You might start questioning everything you thought you knew about reality. This can be disorienting and even a bit scary. Ground yourself in the present moment. Mindfulness practices can help you stay centered when things feel confusing. Remember, it's okay not to have all the answers. This process is about opening up to new possibilities, not about figuring everything out at once. You might also face the challenge of integrating your spiritual experiences with your everyday life. It can feel like you're living in two different worlds, the mystical world of your inner experiences and the mundane world of work, bills, and daily responsibilities. Try to find ways to bring your new insights and awareness into your daily activities. This might mean making changes in your lifestyle or how you relate to others. The goal is to live as your whole, authentic self in all areas of your life. Another common challenge is the fear of going crazy. With all these unusual experiences happening, you might worry that something is wrong with you. This fear is normal, but remember, what you're experiencing is a recognized spiritual process. Educate yourself about Kundalini awakening. Read books, listen to talks by spiritual teachers who understand this process. Knowledge can help ease fears and give you a framework for understanding your experiences. You might also face the challenge of spiritual ego. As you have profound experiences and insights, there might be a temptation to feel superior to others who haven't had these experiences. Stay humble and remember that everyone is on their own journey. Your awakening is about personal growth, not about being better than others. Lastly, you might struggle with the urge to rush the process. Kundalini awakening unfolds in its own time. Trying to force or speed up the process can lead to difficulties. It's like trying to make a flower bloom faster by pulling on its petals. You'll only damage the flower. Trust the journey and allow things to unfold naturally. Practice patience with yourself and the process. Remember, these challenges are opportunities for growth. They're helping you become stronger, more aware, and more authentically you. Don't be afraid to seek help when you need it, whether it's from a spiritual teacher, a therapist, or a supportive friend. Having guidance can make a big difference in navigating these challenges. Now that we've talked about the challenges, let's focus on the amazing benefits that can come from Kundalini awakening. This process, while sometimes difficult, can bring incredible positive changes to your life. It's like going through an intense training program. It's tough, but the results can be amazing. One of the most profound benefits is a deep sense of connection. Many people report feeling connected to everything around them in a way they never experienced before. It's like suddenly realizing that you're not separate from the world, but a part of it. You might look at a tree or a stranger on the street and feel a deep sense of oneness with them. This feeling can be incredibly beautiful and can change how you interact with the world. It often leads to a greater sense of compassion and care for others and the environment. Another beautiful benefit is increased self-awareness. As you go through this process, you start to understand yourself on a much deeper level. It's like turning on a light in a room you've been living in the dark. You become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. You might start to see patterns you never noticed before. This awareness allows you to make conscious choices about how you want to live your life, rather than just reacting out of habit. Many people experience a significant increase in creativity. It's like tapping into a wellspring of inspiration that was always there, but you couldn't access before. You might find yourself drawn to new forms of expression. Maybe you start writing poetry, painting, or making music. Even if you've never considered yourself creative before, you might discover new talents and ways to express yourself. This creativity can bring a lot of joy and fulfillment to your life. Improved intuition is another common benefit. You might find that you just know things without knowing how you know them. It's like having a direct line to a source of wisdom. This enhanced intuition can help guide you in making decisions and navigating life's challenges. You might find that you're better at reading situations or understanding what others are really feeling. Physical healing is often reported during Kundalini Awakening. As the energy moves through your body, it can help clear out old blockages and promote healing. Some people find that chronic health issues improve or even disappear. You might also naturally start gravitating towards healthier lifestyle choices. Eating better, exercising more, or giving up habits that don't serve you. Emotional healing is another significant benefit. As old traumas and buried emotions come to the surface, you have the opportunity to process and release them. It's like cleaning out emotional wounds that have been festering for years. This can lead to greater emotional stability and a deeper sense of inner peace. You might find that you're able to handle life's ups and downs with more grace and equanimity. Many people experience a heightened sense of compassion and empathy. As you become more aware of your connection to others, you naturally start to care more deeply about their well-being. You might find yourself more patient with others, more understanding of their struggles. This increased compassion can lead to more fulfilling relationships and a desire to help make the world a better place. A sense of life purpose often emerges through Kundalini Awakening. You might gain clarity about why you're here and what you're meant to do. It's like suddenly understanding the unique gifts you have to offer the world. This sense of purpose can bring new meaning and direction to your life. You might find yourself drawn to new career paths or ways of contributing to society. Expanded consciousness is another profound benefit. You might find that your awareness expands beyond your usual perception of reality. This can lead to mystical experiences, deeper spiritual insights, and a broader understanding of life and the universe. It's like your mind opens up to possibilities you never considered before. Many people report experiencing more synchronicity in their lives. It's like the universe starts conspiring to help you on your path. You might notice more coincidences that seem meaningful, or find that the right opportunities show up at just the right time. This can give you a sense that you're aligned with a greater flow or purpose in life. Increased energy and vitality is another common benefit. As Kundalini energy flows more freely through your body, you might find that you have more energy for life. You might need less sleep or feel more alive and vibrant in your daily activities. This newfound energy can help you pursue your passions and live life more fully. Many people experience a deepening of their meditation or spiritual practice. You might find it easier to enter deep states of consciousness or to maintain a sense of presence throughout your day. Your spiritual life might become richer and more meaningful. This can bring a profound sense of peace and contentment to your life. Lastly, many people report a greater sense of freedom. As you let go of old limiting beliefs and patterns, you might feel freer to be your authentic self. It's like shedding layers of masks you've been wearing. This can lead to more genuine relationships and a life that feels more true to who you really are. Remember, everyone's experience of Kundalini awakening is unique. You might experience some or all of these benefits, and they might show up in different ways or at different times. The key is to stay open to the positive changes and to nurture them as they appear in your life. As we come to the end of our exploration of Kundalini awakening symptoms, it's important to take a moment to reflect on this incredible journey. Kundalini awakening is a profound process of transformation that touches every aspect of your being: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. It's a journey of becoming more fully who you truly are. Remember, this process is different for everyone. You might experience some of the symptoms we've discussed, or you might have experiences we haven't covered. That's okay. Your journey is unique to you. Trust your own experiences and intuition as you navigate this path. It's natural to feel a mix of excitement and apprehension as you go through this process. Kundalini awakening can bring incredible gifts: deeper self-awareness, expanded consciousness, improved intuition, and a profound sense of connection to all of life. But it can also come with challenges: intense emotions, physical discomfort, and periods of confusion or disorientation. Be patient and gentle with yourself as you go through these changes. This isn't a race or a competition. It's a process of unfolding, of becoming. Give yourself the time and space you need to integrate your experiences. Don't hesitate to seek support when you need it. Whether it's from a spiritual teacher, a therapist who understands these experiences, or a community of others going through similar things, having support can make a big difference. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. As you continue on your path, stay curious and open. Kundalini awakening is a journey of discovery. There's always more to learn, more to experience, more to understand about yourself and the world around you. Most importantly, remember that this process is about becoming more fully yourself. It's not about becoming someone else or achieving some idealized state of being. It's about uncovering the truth of who you are, letting go of what no longer serves you, and stepping into your authentic power. Whether you're just starting to notice these symptoms or you're well along your path, know that you have within you everything you need for this journey. Trust yourself, trust the process, and stay open to the incredible transformation that's unfolding within you. Your Kundalini Awakening is a gift, an opportunity to grow, heal, and awaken to the fullness of who you are. Embrace it with an open heart and mind. The journey may not always be easy, but it's infinitely rewarding. You're embarking on one of the most profound adventures possible, the journey to your true self. Enjoy the ride.